cooking demo. This is Shannon from the Houston Fitness Center. I'm going to spotlight my video on me real quick just to make sure it stays on me. You guys want to check that you are on mute? All right. Welcome to my kitchen. Again, I'm Shannon from the Houston Fitness Center. I'm the program manager there. And today we're going to be making a recovery smoothie bowl. Very simple, but ingredients can be really important if you are trying to go for recovery. So two very important things. Whenever you're aiming for recovery, you're typically trying to get protein into your diet and then hydration, so liquids, right? So whenever you're making a recovery smoothie, you want to think about what protein you are going to put in into your bowl. So today I'm going to be using this is my Vega protein. It's a plant-based. I am not using whey right now because I'm a new mom and my baby's allergic to dairy, resident intolerance to dairy. So I am using a plant-based protein. You may love to use whey as your protein. If you're not into protein powder, another option is your milk. Or you could also use dairy. I'm sorry, you can also use yogurt as your protein base. Now, when it comes down to alternatives to dairy, like alternative milk, typically your almond milk or your oat milk is not going to have a lot of protein in it. So always check if that's your goal, if this is a recovery smoothie. Say after a workout or you're trying to get just more protein in. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my frozen fruit. So if you don't want to add ice to your smoothies, then use frozen fruit. That is best. We're going to start off with 3/4 cup of frozen raspberries. Okay. If you don't like raspberries, you can totally change it up. You don't have to use raspberries. You can use another frozen fruit. Now, this is a smoothie that we have made a couple times in Houston. We've teamed up with Bayou Brewery to make this a couple times. This recipe originally came from our registered dietitian who helped us with this collab that we have. All right, so I had my 3/4 cup of frozen banana. I'm sorry, raspberries. Now I'm adding in banana. I'm going to move these to the side. Okay, next is the milk alternative. Milk or milk alternative. I'm just going to use water for my liquid because I'm going to be adding protein powder into my smoothie. Okay. Now my scoop of protein powder. Now my protein powder Vega, I believe this is 20 grams of protein. So again, a recovery smoothie, you want protein to aid in muscle recovery. That's the importance of adding it in. Now, when you're making a bowl, like a smoothie bowl versus just a regular smoothie, you want a high-powered blender. I'm using a Ninja. Another popular one is a Vitamix. There's a few other ones out there. So you can put that in the chat, which one you use, if you happen to have it. All right, so now I'm going to add a tablespoon of cocoa powder. Raspberries and cocoa powder are a great mix. All right. Basically, finding fruits that mix well together. All right, now this is another important thing. I'm going to add flaxseed into my smoothie. Flaxseed is great for fiber. It's great for your omega-3, so it helps in reducing any kind of inflammation. But if you don't like nutty things, you're not going to like flaxseed in your smoothie. All right, so I just want to warn you guys about that. A tablespoon is going to be plenty for me. Another ingredient that you can add in as a topping, if you don't want to use flaxseed, is chia seeds. That's a great alternative. Okay, now I am going to mix, put this on top. I'm going to start off slow increase it. Hopefully I don't have to put you guys on mute if this gets too loud. All right. I am going to go with a smoothie option. That's just an option on mine. I'll go off slow. Going to pulse a little bit. Forty seconds left. Okay, I'm going to check on mine and just to see the consistency, and if it's a little too watery for me, I'm going to add more ice. Because typically you want your bowls to be thicker than in a cup, right? If you're trying to drink a smoothie out of a cup, you don't want it super thick because then it's hard to suck it out of a straw, or the whole thing just clumps into your face as you're tilting that. All right, I'm gonna use my measuring cup to get a little bit more ice. But with a bowl, you're using a spoon. It can be a little bit more thick. Okay, 40 seconds. I'll probably pass that. All right, I'm gonna check it again. So another thing that you can do, I was just thinking, if you have chocolate protein at home, you can use that instead of adding cocoa powder. I added unsweetened cocoa powder to mine. Okay, so now I'm going to pour this into a bowl and then add my toppings. And with smoothie bowls, it's all about your presentation, right? Another thing that you can add as a topping, it's not listed on the ingredient list, but if you want to add granola, you can add granola. Okay, so for my toppings, I'm going to add fresh raspberries. I'm just putting, let's see, 8 raspberries. You have fresh bananas, you can add fresh bananas. I'm going to add, these are dairy-free chocolate chips. I'm going to go down the middle with this one. So my raspberries on the right, my chocolate chips in the center. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of chia seeds next to those. So those chocolate chips. And then my last topping, and remember, this is all optional. I'm going to add coconut flakes. If you are not a coconut person, don't add coconut. Okay. All right, I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. And I'm going to review everything that we went over today. Okay, see if I can get a good pick for you guys. Without it tilting out, maybe slightly. I'll tilt this down so you guys can see. So that's my bowl. All right, so first thing, you want a high-powered blender. 2, you need a source of protein if this is a recovery smoothie. So if that's either the protein powder that you're using, if that is from the milk you're using. Another thing, if you're using almond milk or coconut milk or oat milk, you need to check to see what the protein content is, because most of the time it's 1 gram. And then think about pairing your fruits. So you can adjust this to whatever flavors that you want. Like if raspberries are not a thing, then you don't need it. Recovery. So I just saw this in the chat. I haven't read all the chats yet, but I just saw that come up. Why is it called a recovery bowl? This is a recovery smoothie. So protein helps repair your muscle. That's why it's called a recovery smoothie bowl. So you're going for, anytime you're having something that's titled hydration, you're trying to, anytime you have something that's titled recovery, you're going for hydration and muscle recovery. So that's why I just went over the importance of what the protein source is in your bowl. All right, so I'm just going to read the comments real quick to see if there's anything. I also have honey here that I did not add in, but if you need a little extra sweetener. So yeah, I'm going to say that the protein source that you're using is going to be really important, determining the taste and the kind of recovery you're getting out of it. So if you like vanilla protein whey, if you like chocolate whey protein, if you're a non-dairy eater, then you want some kind of plant-based protein, because you're not going to get, you don't want to use yogurt as well. So that is super important. So yeah, I'm just going to read the comments real quick just to see if there's anything. I think Brooke was commenting on here. Yeah, nut butters. All right, guys, I'm gonna just go through this real quick. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put it in here. Yeah, I would just compare the nut butter protein grams. Alexa, great question. So just check to see what it is for you, whatever product it is that you're using, and if it matches your macros. Okay, a lot of you guys are using the Ninjas as well. All right, yeah, collagen powder. Another important thing is to check if the protein source you're using is, if they're complete proteins. That's another thing you want to check as well. So if you're getting it from whey, from cow, you're going to have a full protein. So if you're using collagen powder or anything else, check to make sure it's a complete protein. Vital collagen is popular. All right, sweet. Thanks, guys, for joining. I will see you guys next time. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Thank you.